you're sitting there, and President-elect Obama comes in the room, and he's trying to get your census on whether or not you bail out the automakers.
Well, that's a very good question. You know, one of the roles of a senator is to stand up and to give the president honest advice, not to always just be a rubber stamp for the president. So I look at how would it affect, first of all, how would it affect Georgia, the industries we have in Georgia, how we go about making sure that workers in this state benefit from whatever we do in terms of the automobile industry, and to look at how we got in this problem in the first place. You know, that's what's the difference between me and Saxby. Saxby believes everything's been fine. We've operated this economy perfectly. There have been some mistakes made by the automobile manufacturers. They've made cars now that people don't want and they can't sell. They've got costs that are excessive in terms of their vehicles. We've got to look at how those decisions were made, look at how we go about retooling the automobile industry so that it can be a competitive industry worldwide, and make sure that the taxpayer dollars are spent that way, not just propping up a system or industry that can't continue to compete, or certainly not providing economic incentives or benefits to the senior management who made these mistakes in the first place. Fuel-efficient cars, one is essential. Making sure that we look at a way to reduce the cost of production of cars. Certainly national health insurance would help deal with that, because a large factor in the cost of the automobile is the health insurance benefits for employees. We've got to look at how we go about moving in this country toward a health system that does not put our industries at a disadvantage in competition worldwide. So those are the elements I'd look for in any kind of bailout plan. I'd look for, certainly at the end of the day, some protection for the taxpayer, so when this industry recovers, that our investments repay.
Wanda, very interesting that the calls we're getting from people, especially wanting to know what we're going to start doing for the poor and the lower class. You know, there's a lot of talk about the upper class, the middle class, and not a whole lot of talk about the poor.
That's right.
And so many people, because of foreclosures, job losses, and everything, have been in that poor situation now.
That's right. Well, what's happened in this country over the last 8 years is that there's some very wealthy people and everybody else. And so when I talk about the middle class, I'm really talking about those people who need a paycheck in order to pay their rent, pay their mortgage, buy their food, send their kids to college. And that's a lot of folks. And my hope is, my desire has always been in my public career to help people move out of poverty. We've got a terrible poverty situation in this state. I'd like for folks to be able to get a little bit of help so that they can be successful and take care of their families. There are lots of things we can do. We can certainly improve our education system. That's critical. There's a role for the federal government to be involved with that. As the earlier question was, we can provide assistance to students who want to continue their education. That's important. We need to look at health care. You know, one of the tragedies in this state is that there's so many parents who have children who can't provide health insurance for them, or health care for them. That's inexcusable. I'm for making sure that all parents are able to have affordable health insurance that they can provide, health care that they can provide to their children. We also need to look at, the new president has really been smart about this. He says the economic development in this country really can be about the green economy, looking at alternative fuels and ending our dependence on foreign oil, those kinds of things that will produce jobs, not only technical jobs or scientific jobs, but the manufacturing jobs and installation jobs and maintenance jobs, all associated with alternative fuels. If we move in that direction, I think that lifts all boats.
Let's go to Rhoda. Rhoda, good morning.